Where'd Adam go?
Run right back over.
We'll skip him then.
You got me over there. I'll try to sneak over to see a little bit.
Does this have AC and everything in it?
Yes, it does.
Everybody?
So, the Defender Limited, and they have the Defender X,
Yeah,
I think it is.
yeah.
But by the time we put heat in it for defrost, put doors on it, everything else we had, it was gonna be like $2,000 less than that. So it wasn't worth the aggravation, just buy the Limited.
Yeah.
That and the Limited setting in stock at Atlas.
You just not gonna get it.
No, it'll be a month before we get it by the time all your cylinders get put on it, the tank gets ready, we're having to put the tanks in it. We got to buy a light bar, we got to buy a siren, and then we got to buy a trailer.
There you go.
We'll be lucky if we have it in possession.
Didn't we have a trailer for the other one?
Yeah, but it won't fit that.
That one won't fit as bigger?
That one's got a 6-foot bed on it.
Oh, okay.
That's short bed.
All right, it's 7 o'clock.
A lot more sturdy for a Stokes basket.
Can't stand up.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our Father in heaven, we thank you for granting us the privilege to meet tonight. We ask for your blessing, wisdom, and guidance as we conduct the business of the village. Amen. Roll call. Cheney.
Yes.
Mauer.
Yes.
Howe.
Yes.
Percy.
Yes.
Fisher.
Yes.
Wheeler.
Yep.
A motion to approve the minutes for November 11th, regular meeting.
Motion to approve the minutes of the November 11th regular council meeting?
Second.
Wheeler.
Yep.
Fisher.
Yes.
Percy.
Yes.
Cheney.
Sustain.
Mauer.
Yes.
Howe.
Yes. Alright. So I did receive some correspondence. The Head Start sent me a picture of me reading the big cheese to them and a thank you note, so. They're a little bit impressed. That was my correspondence. Made me happy with it. So department reports, fire just left, fiscal officer.
Okay, we'll go over the list of legislation that we have on the agenda tonight. There's a crap ton of it. Resolution 2024-40, that'll receive its third and final reading tonight, and that is to authorize the village administrator to apply for a grant through the EPA for the litter grant program. Resolution 2024-41 will receive its third and final reading tonight, and that is to update our credit card use policy. Ordinance 2024-42 will also receive its third and final reading, and that is to establish the 2025 pay and benefit schedule for the village employees. Resolution 2024-43 will receive its third and final reading, and that is to, it's a resolution to support the United States Semi-Centennial, America 250, Ohio. Resolution 2024-44 will receive its third and final reading, and that is a resolution to add funds. I did add a couple of accounts on there to add funds to since the last time we met, and the first one is into the 210 Fire Fund in the amount of $15,000, and that is to go towards a purchase of a new 2025 Can-Am Defender 6x6. There's also a resolution on the table tonight that speaks to that too, and I'll go into more detail about that in a minute. Also, we received a little bit more tax money from the county that went into the police levy fund and the 218 police levy fund. So I need to add $161.12 into there so I can finish spending that out before the end of the year. Ordinance 2024-45 will receive its third and final reading to adopt the stormwater maintenance and design manual for the village. Resolution 2024-46 will receive its second reading tonight. That is to authorize the village administrator and myself to enter into contracts with Verdantis for a sidewalk replacement project. Resolution 2024-47 will receive its second reading. And that is to authorize the village administrator and myself to enter into agreements with EDG to do engineering design for a stormwater rehabilitation project. Ordinance 2024-48 will receive its second reading, and that speaks to the appropriations for fiscal year 2025. And I did make a couple of changes in there, and I sent that out to you earlier today. Made some adjustments in regards to the health insurance premiums. Since we had reduced quotes on those, I made adjustments there, and we also have the final numbers for the purchase of a new police cruiser, which I'll also be speaking to in a moment. So I need to add those line items in there. And my appropriations. Okay, so new to the table tonight is ordinance 2024-49, and that is authorizing the issuance of bonds in the amount of $61,089.80 to acquire a new police cruiser. We've been speaking here in our committees about purchasing a new cruiser for the police department, and the truck that they currently use will be moved to the street department. The street department is in dire need of a new vehicle. So rather than buying 2 new vehicles, we're just going to shift those around a little bit and use the truck in the street department. So that resolution or ordinance that is on the table tonight for that will request to have the 3 readings waived for that and passed this evening. Looking to close the loan for that this week and to make that purchase here before the end of the year. Resolution 2024-50 is authorizing the village administrator and myself to submit a grant, Ready Local Government Grant Program in the amount of $50,000. There's a deadline for that grant application to be submitted by December 9th. So we're going to request that the 3 readings for that be waived as well. Tammy and I had the opportunity to participate in a grant training program to learn how to write and administer federal grants earlier this summer. So we sat in on a 9-week program class so that we learned how to write a grant, just determine how to handle that as well. So at the end of that process, we have the opportunity to actually apply for a grant, and they were basically just going to hold our hand through the whole process. And that $50,000 is to be used for capacity building in the village, and we've chosen some items that we wanted to include in that grant, such as some finance software additions to the finance software that I currently have, cybersecurity review, security systems, which we've been talking about, having the, I keep forgetting, what's the camera one that we want to put over there. That's the one we're including in the grant, so that we have a push button access to let people into the village administration building. So we'll have a visual let people.
Door buzzer.
Well, it's separate from the panic buttons, but yeah, we're doing that too. Yeah. That'll be with another grant.
Good.
So we want to include that in the grant. A push camera for the wastewater department, and if there's enough money left, we'd also like to include tablets for all of the council members to eliminate the printing of all of the papers that we bring to the meetings. Okay, so that's it on that one. And then the last one on the table is resolution 2024-51, and that is authorizing the fire chief and myself to sign any documents necessary with the purchase of a new 2025 Can-Am Defender 6x6 through Addie Polaris. They've obtained 3 quotes for that item, and the lowest and best bid was with Addie Polaris at $37,661.76. And he's asking that we waive the 3 readings on that tonight as well, so that they can take advantage of that price and also have that unit ready and available to use. The other one's falling apart, so sinking too much money into repairs for that. Okay, that's it on the legislation. The only other thing that I haven't touched on is bills have been passed around for approval. That's it.
Solicitor Joel, do you have anything for us tonight?
Are you there?
Yep.
There you are.
So, as far as significant reports, I have none for you. During the month of December, I'm going to miss both of our meetings. The first coincides with my daughter's band recital. She plays drums, so I'm looking forward to that.
That's gonna be awesome. You're gonna love it.
Maybe it'll mean practice is less frequent at my house. And the other one is I'll be on, I suspect that you're not going to meet on the 23rd.
Well, that's something else that we need to discuss too. Didn't know when we were gonna reschedule that for, whether it be the 16th or the 30th.
So I am out of town on the 16th.
Okay,
So that was my other, so I suppose if it's on the 23rd or the 30th, I can certainly be there. But if you decide to schedule for the 15th, I won't be there and I won't be here.
okay. All right, sounds good.
And mysterious.
I know, it does.
All right. So anything else for us, Joel, or just a couple emails back? Because I know Tammy sent you a couple contracts or something.
That's really it. I don't have anything.
Easy. All right, moving on to Tammy.
Good evening. I wanted to start with street department. We talked about this briefly. I wanted to commend the street department for saving the LED stop sign that was knocked down in an accident last week and damaged. It was damaged pretty severely, but thank you to them. They were able to repair it and they fixed some wiring in it and riveted it back together and it's back up and working, so.
You can't have enough nights.
I know. So we're working on getting a new one. The person that hit it's actually gonna replace it, so that's great. Also, the Christmas decorations were put up last week and they have the park to do yet. We need the weather to cooperate a little bit better for us here. They want to have it done before Thursday. The wastewater department helped them with that too, and I just want to thank all of them for working together on that. Leaf collection is still going on, and it'll continue throughout the village. The last day though will be December 5th, Friday, December 5th. We'll put notices on that on, is that right?
December 6th.
December 6th, I'm sorry. Friday, December 6th will be the last day for that leaf pickup. We'll put that on Facebook and on the website. And then any remaining leaves after that, if people still have them, they are free to bag them up and place them on the curb, and the street department will still pick those up. Amy touched on our resolutions for the sidewalk project for Verdantis for our 2024 and 2025 sidewalks. Safe routes to school, we met with the engineer last week again to look at possibly correcting some drainage problems within that new sidewalk area. And in order to do that, we found that we will have to ask for, in writing, for an extension for the Safe Routes to Schools grant and the TAP grant. And then we talked briefly about that in Public Works, and we'd like to have a roll call vote for that, please, for you all agreed that we can ask for an extension
Right now.
for that project, so.
I move to ask for an extension on the Safe Routes to School grant to work this in.
I second.
Thank you.
Okay. Mauer,
Yes.
Howell,
Yes.
Cheney,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Wheeler.
Yep.
Fisher.
Yes.
Then sewer outfall bid opening is tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Extended again, but we will have something tomorrow and something to report to you the next meeting as to who gets that contract. I also have started to look into what we need to do to search for options for the village-wide trash pickup, collection services, and I'm just in the very beginnings of that. I know that we need to decide what we want, and we have to solicit for proposals and things like that, so. I'll have something at the next meeting more concrete. And then we also had a meeting today with Nathan Davis, who is going to be conducting our rate study. He is from RCAP, which is a community group that helps with water and sewer services. And the rate study is no cost to us. It's funded by the EPA. And they'll look at our last 5 years of revenues and expenses and see where we can, and also what we need to do, like they'll look at our maintenance schedule, current sewer rates, and they'll give us a projection and help us plan out the next 5 years or so as to what rates ought to be. Today's meeting was informational, and he asked for information from us, which we're getting, and then we set another meeting for planning with him for December 19th, so. A lot happening, but that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, moving on, committee reports, building and property.
We discussed a little bit about the mold we still have in our village buildings and we're looking at maybe a new buildings for everybody, fire department and all that. Just in discussion.
Community business and development,
Nothing tonight.
community relations.
For community relations, just a reminder that the Christmas parade and craft show in the village will be December 7th. The parade starts at 12:30.
Revitalization,
For revitalization, I will be reaching out to committee members to work to set up meetings for next year or to see if anyone wants to resign and appoint new members.
perfect. Finance,
Nothing tonight.
fire dependencies, nothing yet. Ordinance,
Ordinance, we discussed briefly and looking at revising the junk vehicle ordinance that we currently have in play, focusing more on storage on public streets, that sort of stuff. Eliminating some of the timelines for those who don't get out as much, so they're not technically in violation of the ordinance as well. That's it.
okay. Park board,
Park Board met tonight. We are working on getting a quote for construction on the splash pad, where you will be purchasing the metal roofing supplies for the Rotary Pavilion in Burt Park. Eagle Ridge has applied for funding for the disc golf course. WRWL is applying for funding for the soccer field, and once that is installed, another round of trees and benches will be sold. And we also are applying for a mosquito grant and a WLCF grant. And that's all.
Are you getting more mosquitoes?
Yeah, we are.
We're buying more.
Get more mosquitoes, yeah.
Cool.
We didn't have enough last year.
Yeah, buy some more.
Yes,
local
right.
planning,
Local planning, really nothing new, just still some action going on with the extension of South Oak Street for higher income homes and a nice subdivision built through there.
county,
We finally did have a quorum, so we had a meeting. The only thing that really applied to us was the stormwater grant was not going to be funded. So enough said.
yep.
Yep.
Public safety,
Went over the panic buttons. Progress is being made on that. Going with the new company Verkada, correct? We're going to be used for that. Going to be voting on the financing for the new cruiser tonight for the police department, and Fire department presented the specifications for the new 6x6, and we're also voting on that tonight.
Okay. Public Works.
Tammy pretty much covered everything already, so
Yeah, she does that for you a lot. She steals all your thunder.
we won't take time and go over it
You
again.
guys have some easy committees.
Records retention, nothing, rules, nothing. So moving on to the introduction of ordinances and resolutions. 2024-40, a resolution authorizing the village administrator to file an application to Ohio Environmental Protection Agency Division of Environmental and Financial Assistance to participate in the Ohio EPA Community and Litter Grant Program. This is the third reading and it's an emergency.
Motion to adopt resolution 2024-40.
Second. Could just hit me out with it.
Fisher,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Mauer,
Yes.
Powell,
Yes.
Wheeler,
Yep,
Cheney,
Yes.
2024-41, a resolution regarding credit card use. This is the third reading.
Motion to adopt resolution 2024-41.
Second.
Cheney,
Yes.
Powell,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Wheeler,
yep,
Fisher,
Yes.
Mauer,
Yes.
2024-42, an ordinance establishing 2025 pay and benefit schedule for the village of West Lafayette and repealing all ordinances and resolutions in conflict with it. Third reading.
Motion to adopt ordinance 2024-42.
Second.
Wheeler,
yep,
Percy,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Mauer,
Yes.
Powell,
Yes.
Cheney.
Yes.
2024-43, a resolution of the village of West Lafayette, Ohio, supporting the Ohio Commission for the United States Semi-Quincentennial America 250 Ohio. This is the third reading.
Motion to adopt ordinance 2024-43.
Second.
Powell,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Cheney,
Yes.
Mauer,
Yes.
Wheeler,
yep,
Fisher.
Yes.
2024-44, a resolution to amend the 2024 Permanent Appropriations Ordinance 2023-57, adding funds. This is the third reading and it's an emergency.
Motion to adopt resolution 2024-44.
Second.
Wheeler,
yep,
Percy,
Yes.
Powell,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Mauer,
Yes.
Cheney.
Yes.
2024-45, an ordinance to adopt the Stormwater Maintenance and Design Manual for the Village of West Lafayette, Ohio. This is the third reading.
Motion to adopt 2024-45.
Second.
Powell,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Wheeler,
yep,
Percy,
Yes.
Cheney,
Yes.
Mauer,
Yes.
2024-46, a resolution authorizing the fiscal officer and the village administrator to execute all documents necessary with Verdantis for the purpose of engineering services for sidewalk replacement in the village of West Lafayette. This is the second reading. 2024-47, resolution authorizing the fiscal officer and village administrator to execute all documents with the Environmental Design Group for the purpose of engineering services for the sewer and stormwater rehabilitation concept planning project in the village of West Lafayette. This is the second reading. 2024-48, an ordinance to make permanent appropriations for current expenses and expenditures of the village of West Lafayette, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending in December 31st, 2025. This is a second reading and it's an emergency. 2024-49, an ordinance authorizing the issuance of $61,089.80 of bonds for the purpose of paying for the cost of acquiring a police cruiser and all related equipment and necessary expenditures thereto and declaring it an emergency. This is the first reading and it's an emergency.
Motion to suspend the required 3 readings for ordinance 2024-49.
Second.
Sorry.
Fisher,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Powell,
Yes.
Mauer,
Yes.
Cheney,
Yes.
Wheeler,
yep,
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Fisher,
Yes.
Bauer,
Yes.
Cheney,
Yes.
Wheeler.
Yep.
Percy,
Yes.
Powell.
Yes. 2024-50, a resolution authorizing the village administrator and fiscal officer of the village of West Lafayette to prepare and submit an application to participate in the local government grant program, in the Ready Local Government Grant Program, and declaring it an emergency. This is the first reading.
Motion to suspend the rules and the 3 required readings for Resolution 2024-50.
Second. Couldn't read that.
Wheeler,
Yep.
Fisher,
Yes.
Cheney,
Yes.
Bauer,
Yes.
Powell,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Motion to adopt Resolution 2024-50.
Second.
Cheney,
Yes.
Powell,
Yes.
Bauer,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Wheeler.
Yep.
Fisher,
Yes.
2024-51, a resolution authorizing the fire chief and fiscal officer to sign and execute all documents necessary with the Audi Polaris for the purchase of a 2025 Can-Am Defender 6x6 and declaring it an emergency.
Motion to suspend the rules and the 3 required readings for Resolution 2024-51.
Second.
Fisher,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Powell,
Yes.
Wheeler,
Yep.
Cheney,
Yes.
Bauer,
Yes. Motion to adopt Resolution 2024-51.
Second.
Wheeler,
Yep.
Powell,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Bauer,
Yes.
Cheney.
Yes.
Okay,
It's quite a bit now.
the bill's been around.
Yes.
Motion to pay the bills.
Second.
Wheeler,
Yep.
Fisher,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Powell,
Yes.
Bauer,
Yes.
Cheney.
Yes.
That's it.
No executive
Nope.
session.
What are we
Got
doing?
one more thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or we can have it on the 23rd.
I'd rather not.
9th and 16th.
Are we pending any other meetings in December?
We talked about it.
I think we should.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe we do the 30th,
We can do the 30th.
so we can attend other meetings.
That's New Year's Eve.
Oh, it's
No, it's not. There's the 31st. You're gonna start early?
Joel can think about
I'm
us
off
while he's
on
gone.
I'm off to the 6th of January. I get off on the 20th and don't go back till the 6th. I'm gonna start 2 whole
So
weeks.
you guys go with the 30th?
Yeah, the 30th is a West Lafayette New Year's Eve because you guys go hard.
We do. All right, so December 30th for the second meeting.
So if that's what we're gonna do, I need a motion for the second meeting of the month to be December 30th, if that's what you all wanna do.
Motion to move the second meeting of the month to December 30th.
Second.
Cheney,
Yeah.
Bauer,
Yes.
Powell,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Fisher,
Yes.
Wheeler.
I think our reporter has an issue with that.
Oh, it's the 5th Monday, and that's like the one time I wouldn't have a meeting. Okay. There's not that many months that have a 5th Monday. That's all right. Your meeting will be here.
Well, now you won't have one on the 23rd.
What?
You won't have one on the 23rd though.
But, wait.
See?
Well, no,
You're right.
It'll work out.
it'll all work out, yeah. You're right.
All right.
Yeah.
It all
Anything
happens.
else?
Thank you.
No executive session. I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Cheney,
Yes.
Bauer,
Yes.
Powell,
Yes.
Wheeler.
Yep.
Fisher,
Yes.
Percy.
Yes.
We are adjourned.
We are-
Nice job.